Hey YouTube, Dan Otto here, coming at you with what was my best Weather Cup team until the meta changed, and I'm going to go over why it was so strong and then why the meta changed and how I had to adjust, and you're going to see the adjustments over the next couple. I got two other teams plus the one I'm running with right now. So this team was built around knowing that it was kind of a counter to grasshole, the grasshole of Weather Cup, right? So the grasshole Weather Cup is like a rock type lead with two razor leafers in the back. So you have blaziken and a sandslash as your answers to your razor leafers, right? So it was easy win. Like if they have a rock type lead, they're gonna switch out into one of their razor leafers. Either or works as an answer here, and then yeah, that is an easy win. With this team, your backline is kind of weak to swampert to a certain extent. This whole team is weak to I guess I should learn how to pronounce it because I put it in future. Araquanid, the water spider there, right? To a certain extent, because you're just like resisted almost everywhere here. So that's why I had to change it, because what ended up happening was as you're going to see in these battles, I grind. I think I was at like 2700-ish, 2750, somewhere around there when I started this. And you're going to see 5-0, 4-1, 4-1 with like the ratings increased to 2882. I got to 2900. And then I started seeing two things happened. So like here, you lose the lead. Your safe swap is a sandslash in this one. You could use blaziken too. I just like in this matchup, like lanterns are gonna be your hardest answer. If they come in with the lantern, you have nothing to throw. Whereas suppose that they come in lantern here, you can still throw a bulldoze here and grab a shield back, which is why I like it. Or you can do a ton of chip damage here. And then if you want to try and fight for switch here, which I probably will try and fight for switch between the Shadow Claws and Ice Punches, I think I can probably take this out. So I will fight for switch here to then get my blaziken on their Credilli, and then hope I can counter what's in the back. So it's one of those Pokemon where it's decently spammy. It hits way harder than I thought it would. Terrible timing there, like I always do. But this Ice Punch will be super effective. The Shadow Claws are going to add up here, right? So I'll be taking this out. They're going to have to throw, which is fine. I'll let this go, come and counter, and then hopefully Swampert and Blaziken can just take this out. There looks like Switch Lock still. Can I get the full farm down? No. Could be Stone Edge. I think at this point I do shields. I steal Stone Edge because I don't know what's in the back. And it is the Spider Bug. And I do have to... I may be able just to counter, because they can only throw bubble beams here. Counter still looks like it's doing neutral or resisted. Does bug resist counter? Either way, counters look like I was adding up, and now it's low enough that like these hydro cannons and mud shots, even though all resisted, is going to add up quite a lot here. So they're going to have to start shielding. I was about to say they need to start shielding because now they're basically within counter down range. And I have a Blaze Kick, I think, banked. So now I'm just going to spam. They're going to need to throw, and then Bug Buzz is resisted too. So I get another move off. They try and catch. I was aware of that, I guess, in the past. Good job, past me. And I got a couple Hydros coming out. They're going to need to throw, and then I'm going to have a Blaze Kick. So this team is workable. A Sandslash is not super bulky, but it's bulky enough and spammy enough to deal some damage. I like it as a safe swap. You can use Blaziken as a safe swap. I just don't like getting into like the Lantern punish, because then you just get like really beat up here. But otherwise, like Swampert is still a beast in this league. I'm using it on my team that I'm running right now, which I'll go over in a few videos. Blaziken was very, very strong. The second reason why I switched is because Lantern started showing up everywhere, because Blaziken started showing up everywhere, because I think most of the content creators have put out something on Blaziken already in this meta, because it is very strong, right? You have all the Razor Leafers, which it resists. You have the Rock like Credilli, which is supposed to be a great safe swap, which you resist. You resist the grass move, and you do super effective with counter. There's Bastions, which you do super effective with counters. So it just has a lot of answers, and I think a lot of people then started to go after it. Ace Sandslash I think is still very strong, because a lot of people also are starting to use Another issue for it was what's the dragon? Kingdra? Is it Kingdra? Yeah, it's Kingdra. Dragon Breath, so water and dragon, so it resists everything there. No, it doesn't resist the Brave Bird, but like, no, it actually doesn't resist the counter either. But you're just gonna get like outbulked and out spammed, and then if they lower your attack, you're done, right? So I think a lot of counters to Blaziken start showing up, which is why I moved it off the team, and I tried mixing and matching with others, and I saw a lot of Blazikens too, which you do well against with the Swampert and neutral there, and then you're obviously just get lit up. Although you did see in the first matchup, I did land a Bulldoze, which is nice, but otherwise it's kind of tricky. So that's the team. That's how you use it. Like I said, if you win the lead, for me, if you win the lead, I stay. If I lose the lead, a sandslash is my safe swap normally. And even in neutral situations, I sometimes try and go into a sandslash. Depends on the matchup. So this is maybe my 5-0. Like you're going to see 5-0, 4-1, 4-1. I ran a lot with this team. And then I think the next two I show how I actually like started progressing. So like I said, I got up to 2900, fell to like 20. Depends on the meta you're seeing. How much did I fall? 28, 20-ish. And then I got two teams. And then I got one team which did okay, not great, which I'll showcase. And then I did one team that went decent. I got some like 4-1s there. And then I found a team where I'm now at 29-20-ish. Yeah, 29-20. Just ended today, which is Monday when I'm filming this. I think this went up Tuesday anyways. Yeah, this is going up Tuesday. So yeah, 29-20 as of yesterday. So it worked well. It's got a very strong Pokemon on the team that I have not seen much at all in the Weather Cup meta, which surprises me because if you like think about what is in the meta, you would be like, oh yeah, this Pokemon makes total sense to actually be there. But I haven't seen it much. So I'm using that. I'm grinding hard. 29-20. Hope to push Legend hopefully within the next 2 days so I can bring you it. If not, I'll have to try and get it in Great League. I'll do Electric Cup like once. So there's a 4-1. This got me up to 28-30. And then I think 28-30 here. And then my next 4-1 got me up to like 28-80. Yeah, so 28-36. And now we're going to grind to 28-80 something. And then I put in a loss here just to show like where the problem started. But yeah, so you'll have a few more of these Weather Cups. And then I'll do top teams for Electric Cup on Thursday. I'll play Electric Cup once. I've looked at the meta. They updated the ban list. I know that. I looked at the meta. It's really ugly. It's really ugly. Electric Cup. So like Lantern, right? Of course Lantern's at the top. And Galvantula's and Electrode is like 5 and 6. So I have all those. And I have Manectric. Manectric is a fun. And actually I have a lot of these. Although Geodude, I don't have Geodude, but I have Graveler, which is 10. Pichirisu, obviously I do not have. Dedenne. But then you get into like Togedemaru, which is like the little ball thing. I don't have that built up yet. Magnezone, Raichu. So I think this meta is going to come down into like, oh, Lantern is Water Gun Lantern. Yeah, that makes way more sense because you're hitting super effective on the rock instead of being resisted everywhere. So you're just going Water Gun Surf almost everything here. And Galvantula's with Fury Cutter. And Luxray's with Hidden Power, which is a ground type move for all the electric with Psychic Fangs and Wild Charge. Okay, so it is a very, very off. It's very weird Pokemon. It's Pokemon not with their main moves. It's their fast moves which are being changed a bit. Like Minun. I forget what Minun. The electric Pokemon is 4th with Quick Attack, right? So it's going to be a lot of these Pokemon that have, and Manectric is just a bait move with Psychic Fangs and then Overheat. So it's going to be bait dependent, right? So I'm not loving this meta. I think it's be very rock, paper, scissors. Great League is on. Great League has its own problems as you, oops. Was that around the whole time? Do I still have the Windows capture on? That's too bad. I'll have to go back and watch this to make sure that the you're seeing the ad for PV Poke there. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. As long as it doesn't cover the battles there, I don't really care. That was just the ad on the left side. I don't think it'll cover the battles because it's lower down than the battles here. The battles are at the top, so they should be take priority over everything. But yeah, that is it. A few more weeks to go, and we will see how it goes. They're going to get Ice Punch here. Ice Punch takes you out from this range, which is just too bad. I mean, you're in the red already, but Blaziken's just a little glassy. And I'll have to watch back to make sure that the ad, I mean, just like everything else is fine. Yeah, anyways, that is it. So speaking about rant, I will post that rant beside here if you want to know why the Great League has changed significantly and why Noctowl has basically killed the meta and killed team building. So check that out. And that is it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.